There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the Name. Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You're watching Casino is the Name, and I'm sitting here with my guy, man. So he actually walked away from his job to start his own business. So I'm going to let him introduce himself.
All right, my name is Desmond. I'm from Blessed and Highly Favored Detailing. And in this process, I walked away from my job, last year, and literally been focused on the same time frame or even a little bit more on my business at this point just to move forward.
Okay, so can you tell these guys about like what the business is about?
All right, so my business is actually about mobile detailing. I travel all over the city and get active on busting down on these vehicles, shining them up, making them look real nice, even new. You know what I'm saying? Your kids whoop that vehicle down, whoop that on the kids. It's mud, everything else. I've cleaned dog shit out of cars, whatever it may
I'm
have.
gonna bleep all of that.
Oh my bad. Oh my bad.
It's usually like I think like the first 2 minutes, you don't really, but don't worry, we good.
Oh, okay,
we good,
okay.
But y'all know what he's saying. Y'all gonna be able to tell what he's saying.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
okay.
you good though.
No,
You good.
for sure.
So the
Like,
dogs
I've cleaned,
and children.
I really anything that you possibly look. I do segments and everything. Anything you possibly need clean out of a vehicle, other than roaches, I'm good. I knock it out the park.
Wow. I guess people do have those in the
I've seen it.
Okay. So you started a mobile detailing business, and what made you decide that you were gonna like quit your job? Was there a conversation? Was there did you just run the numbers? Like was it
All
a
right, so
weekend doing it? What was it?
Well, first and foremost, it wasn't just a weekend thing. I was working and then taking details and going back and forth and doing that, doing the 1-2. So it really was the fact that some changes happened in my household, and I knew I couldn't sustain my household working for the next man.
Okay.
And so I took it upon myself to buckle down.
Like you were kind of forced into having to take it more aggressive.
I was kind of forced into take it a little bit more aggressive, but it was something that I wasn't planning to do until maybe about 2 years from now.
Gotcha. But what's crazy about that though is a lot of people don't actually step out to like make that major change unless they're forced into doing it.
You know what? And that is probably true because I was really trying to get all the numbers together,
Yeah.
everything else. Just like preparing for this process.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, it ain't gonna work this way.
Yeah, even in my own my own particular situation, like I would be much more aggressive at pursuing entrepreneurship. Just way more aggressive if I didn't have my cushion that I have.
Yeah,
So-
for sure. Like,
So I would be out here.
Yeah.
You heard me? Like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And
That's
I know that I would probably go further, doing that because I'd be way more aggressive and, no sleep. But
facts.
But now I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go to sleep. I'm gonna just not do that.
But sometimes them sleepless nights pay off.
Absolutely, and I know that, right? So
Yeah.
that's part of like the curse of like bourgeoisie or upper middle class. It's kind of like you get too comfortable, and when people come to me even with deals and things that might sound pretty cool or might be really really nice, it still makes me more uncomfortable than I am, at least briefly. And I kind of just probably pass on a lot of stuff that would just take some little grinding.
Yeah.
But I don't have those.
That comfort zone. That comfort
comfort
zone is
zone.
really
Yeah.
where you taking the time to build first. You know what I'm saying? So that comfort zone, you still had to grind to get there.
Right.
And so when you've gotten there, it's like, yo, why would I change?
Right.
And so in many cases, you get forced into these positions, and it's like, you know what? Because I could have picked up a second job or something like that. No, but
Right.
then I started working less, and making more.
Make-
So
exactly,
it was like,
exactly.
yo, and then I was also at peace.
Yeah.
I
On your
love
own
to
time.
detail cars.
And you doing what you love to do.
I've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah, he really got a passion for cleaning, like whether or not it's cars, houses, whatever.
Yeah, I, mean,
He just
I
like to
really
clean.
do. I really do.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love making something shine, and like the way somebody looks at it after I'm finished.
Yeah,
It brings joy to offering this service because I mean, this person probably could have did it, or they may have tried to do it and just couldn't do it as effective as I could.
Right.
And so, yeah, I really get into the nitty gritty of cleaning. Period. It's just it's wonderful.
So okay, so starting your own business has afforded you flexibility, a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
And do you see yourself ever going back to a 9 to 5?
No.
You say that quick.
Every time that it approaches me, I've had my manager hit me back up from both of the jobs that I quit this year, last
quit
year.
2 jobs.
I quit 2 jobs. I quit Cleveland Clinic as a patient financial advocate, and I was going into being an insurance agent for Progressive. I quit that too. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
So this time when he came to Atlanta, because he's actually from Cleveland, right?
Yep.
So he comes down here pretty often.
This is the 5th trip in since April. So.
Yeah, he's trying to move to Atlanta because this is Wakanda.
For real.
So
that's the way to call it.
Yeah. So he's trying to move to Atlanta. So he said this time, and I didn't know this. He said, "Yo, that conversation we had, you the reason I quit."
Yeah. All right. So
I was like, "What? Wait, I don't never want to be the catalyst for somebody quitting their job."
He gave me some more ideas.
I didn't know if I was being blamed or what. Like, it's like, oh wait, I don't know how's this going. Like, is it going good? Okay, good.
All right, look, yo, you gave me another level of coming down here my first time. Gave me an eye-opening experience. Okay, and we came down here, enjoyed ourselves. You talked about the different business avenues and ventures you do, and I mean, I have like 4 different businesses going on myself. And so when I'm watching everything and learning different aspects of it, your business mindset, it inspired some other things, and then it pushed another envelope for me.
That's dope.
And so it was just like, all right, I learned this. I went down to Atlanta, seen this. I was like, okay, this is how it goes. And I made some adjustments.
Yeah.
I made some full adjustments on my business, made some investments on my business that have already returned. And so I was like, all right, since I've seen different things, I've seen how they do it down here, I saw how I can make some moves. You've also given some other advice and things of that nature on business decisions. And so it was like, yo, why not? I wanted to come down here again for my wife's birthday. And it was like, all right, well, I was going through training with Progressive again and everything else and doing it. I'm like, it's for the birds. Sent my resignation letter. They were like, yo, you was excelling here. We ready to put you on to the next level, do this, that, and I'm like, look, right now, some things is going on and I have to figure this stuff out. And my supervisors hit me up, my managers hit me up, said, are you coming back? They hit me up in December.
Okay.
You coming back to Progressive, wanted to know, you can fill out an application whenever you feel like it. You were already ahead of the class in the first, I was just doing great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, I realized that it still wasn't for me. I was content, but I wasn't happy.
Gotcha.
What I do now, yeah, I'm happy. I'm always happy. I'm smiling every day.
Right.
I have a different outlook on life.
Completely different.
Just because I'm able to be more flexible and understanding and have more time, y'all, it's affected my personal health, my health goals. It's affected my household in a positive manner. We have gotten healthier together between me and my wife. Like, it's so many different things that me quitting my job has brought towards my household alone. And then not only that, like me quitting my job, I'm influencing other entrepreneurs, the people that are around me. And what I do now is helping other people eat. Why not? Why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what?
Why not?
What you just described is like the intangible, right? So whenever I have these conversations with people about whether or not they should be an entrepreneur or whether or not they should continue working or whatever it is, sometimes working for yourself doesn't always pay. Not everybody has a, I guess, a niche where they're building up and that it still pays them as well as yours pays, right?
Facts.
And so a lot of people might struggle. And when they start talking about money, and that's the thing, so a lot of people talk about money. I might still make more working than I might make having my own business, right? And so somebody will say, well, you can quit your job and make more money. That doesn't work for everybody. But, somebody might be in a job that is terrible for their health, it's dangerous, they working with chemicals or, and that might just be safer for them. So those are some of the, just the health and the happiness or whatever. So.
Yeah, I mean, but and a lot of things with those intangibles is being your own boss doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything.
You can say it now.
It doesn't mean shit. Like being your own boss means what to what. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because you
You
paying
still
yourself.
your customers become your boss, kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day,
for
you're working for somebody still. But the
right.
fact is that you're your own boss. But being your own boss is actually boring. It's boring for me because of the fact that at the end of the day, I can sit here and do that. But how are you instilling on somebody else eating? Okay, so you can't really be a boss without providing nourishment to someone else.
You're talking about your own boss.
It's really not. You just being you.
You gotta have employees to be a boss.
So
and having employees is not fun.
And having employees is not fun. Like
at least it wasn't for me.
I've fired a couple people. You know what I'm saying? I've had employees even when I was just doing it. During the summertime, things of that nature. I would employ people.
Okay.
And I've been employing people for 3-4 years now.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just doesn't work out. You know, they may not have the same passion, they may not have the same drive, they may not have the same attitude, and then you end up being like, all right, this ain't working out, partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I just might not call you to work anymore. Like it's one of those things, and then you're like, well, and then if you don't hit me up, I'm definitely not looking for you. Like you know what I'm saying? You don't want to need bread. I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sometimes, and I know there's other people like that, so I could easily replace another person that just want to get some bread today. You know what I'm saying? I got 12 people that just want to get some bread today, but what I'm really looking for is that person that wants to make a lifestyle out of this because now that I made that change and gave that ability to do so, manage this and you go make this bread, cut me off a little something. I'm in the process now of, with the people that's in Cleveland, when I'm coming down here, I'm in the process of giving somebody else another lane to sit in because I have a larger customer base than they do. Okay. And so where I may be like, yo, here's a customer, they might just pay me a little off the top just because of the fact that I'm putting them on. That's a referral.
Right.
So, I give you 100 customers, and you give me $20. Say you give me 100 customers, I give you that, and then you turn around and you make $100 over that every customer, and you slide me $20 each time. I'm still eating off, and I'm not doing a thing.
Absolutely, right.
That's residual income. Right. That's residual income.
Right.
And so it's the scale of the
your
business. Trying to look at it this way, and that's what people do because they know that I'm active. So if I'm going to refer somebody to you because you trust me, I'm gonna make sure it's somebody good.
Right.
And so I got 3 other people that I would recommend handle my Cleveland business. But it's also another partner that's up there. He's like, I'm going to Charlotte. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, I'm tired of, he's like, I'm tired of the cold weather too. So in this process, he's like, I'm going to slide on over here, but we could definitely link up and do stuff between Atlanta and Charlotte. So I have another person that's probably going to come down here or I'm going to go up there and we're going to get active together. Gotcha. And so it's always the network that you build. I love the spider web. Lifestyle. So if I'm building a network and I'm sitting in the middle of that, John, you got all these other people. You got all these people that you can connect to. Yeah. And these people should be able to also feed off anything that you do. I got clothing lines. I taught somebody how to get their own thing started for the clothing line. He does exactly what I do. It's no hate in my blood or anything of that nature. We gonna eat regardless. There's supposed to be money out here for everybody.
Right.
These people outnumber us, so we should be able to still eat.
Yeah, and this is one of your shirts right here.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is my Blessed and Highly Favored shirt, Blessed brand. I usually have a big B with the praying hands. You know what I'm saying? The B stands for blessed. The crown is highly, and then the praying hands is favored. So I'm faith based. I believe that the Father will provide what I need, and so I move forward. This brand was started in 2014.
Gotcha. Wow.
2014.
Been going strong ever since.
Strong, yes, but it was originally just an idea.
Gotcha.
And I was calling myself Mr. BXHF for a minute. And then I took the time period and created my first shirt.
That makes sense now.
Yeah.
Because I see it on your
Everything.
Yeah. See it on your stuff. So I wanted to ask them a question before we got out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know I'm going to ask this question, but I'm about to ask it.
All right.
Because on this channel, we like to know about the numbers.
All right.
All right? So
Numbers.
At your job, what is the most you ever made in one day?
And at my actual job,
When you had a job.
I had a job, probably like a $150 to $200. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So explain that. How much per hour? How many hours?
I see $20 an hour, 8 hours. So what? That's
$160.
$160.
So that's the most you made.
That's ass. That's terrible. Like this
is the reality.
This is the reality.
This is the reality.
$160.
Now, what's the most you ever made?
And that was while I was in training at Progressive. Most I've ever made in a day for my
business.
business.
Your business.
What?
I told you I was gonna put them on the spot.
You're gonna put me on the spot, man. You know what I'm saying? $1,200.
Wow.
$1,200 a day.
Oh wow.
$1,200 a day, and 8 hours.
Sheesh.
8 hours.
8 hours. Sheesh.
And I paid a dog. And I paid somebody. So that's after I paid.
Dang. $1,200. You hear that? From $160 for the same amount of time in a day to $1,200 in one day. Now remember, you ain't gonna expect these numbers every day, but it's 365 days in a year. And if you do this, anywhere close to that, 500 is a decent day.
500 is a decent day. Honestly, if you really take it into perspective,
working for yourself,
$5 a
well,
day.
anything above 160 is
It's
good.
better. But
It's a good
$275 a day is a $100,000 salary. So if you look at the numbers in that aspect,
I didn't even look at it like that.
I can make $300 in a day and be happy.
Yeah,
Be smacking
in less time.
in less time. I mean, look, I ain't gonna hold you. This year alone, I've taken 7 vacations.
Yes, he has. I know about it.
I've taken 7 vacations.
I know about
and all without my wife having to lift a finger.
Right.
So yeah,
That's crazy too. That's crazy too. She hasn't really had to work or anything.
Yeah, so and now she's putting. I fed the beast and
she's
handled her
got
crap.
her
Now
own
she
thing.
got her own thing.
Yeah.
Like so,
Now she got him out here working for her.
for her. Yeah, right. I'm literally out here working for her.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, but it's beautiful. Like it's a building block.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. And right now you're watching Casino Is the Name. You want to tell them where they can find you?
Oh, you can find me at BXHF Detailing LLP. BXHF Detailing LLP on Instagram, BXHF Detailing on Facebook. I'm on both. You can always holler at me. If you're in Atlanta, I'm definitely. It don't matter where you at. I'll come to you. You know, I'm just mobile like that. I'll slide to the city just to service your vehicle because that's what I love to do.
Yeah, and I'll put his information in the link in the description below. And right now you're watching Casino Is Name. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram at @King Casino and the number 1. All right, we out of here.
Certified.
Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now you're watching Casino Is the Name. And if you wanted to know how I started my trucking business, I have an ebook called Big Shot, Hot Shot Volume 1, Own Your Trucking Authority. It's a great book, 5-star reviews. The link will be in the description below. Go get that. Yeah.
Beat me up, Scotty. Me and
her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. 'Cause I come from the bottom.
I'm from the streets. When she first saw me, she said, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live, wanna rap. They ain't never did it, they ain't really trap.
Say you want to be successful. Well, what's stopping you? Can't nothing stop you from being successful except for you. You standing in your own way. I came from the bottom. I ain't know nothing but the grind. You can't tell me nothing about that. I called the Desperation Street Projects in Tallahassee, Florida. You hear me? I used to think $1 million would last me my whole life. I'd have made that and spent that. $1 million ain't enough. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? There's money everywhere. There's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name.